Nah, I don't want them. I'm not gonna waste time on. Ooh. You know what? I will do this though.
Suspicious. What could this mean?
It's not down there, so it is up here. Is it her?
Bingo. There we go.
It's the source of the signal. Hey, a Woody Pop. Oh, you know what? I think that's a game. Cool. Okay, do we have any cases in Camarocho? We do not. Alright, to our office we go. That is a dead end.
Excuse me. Come on.
Ah. Fucking die. Bitch.
And stay down.
What, how many points do we have? Ooh, fuck. 120,000? Let's use some. Do I want to learn any new snake skills? Yes, I do actually. Maybe I don't want that one. That one seems weird. I'm still missing skill books, dude. Maybe some of them you probably buy, but I haven't really looked at the stores. And some of them you probably find around the city, maybe. Less than one segment charged. Hold R1 and press circle just as an enemy attacks. So I really can't buy much of this. Because I need skill books for those. So technically that's all I can buy is this one then right now. You know what? I'll buy it then. Fuck it. Alright, let's do... Well, let me buy the Tiger health boost. I could save for this. I think I'll do that. Let me save for the SP boost. You can get out of my fucking chair.
Hope you don't mind I let myself in. Now are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw on the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman. You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah. I guess that's what I did. Now it's too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
That's how we got the bullying video. He had set it up himself to record the room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawhi forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawhi and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far, you put aside your own life to make sure they atone somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
So Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kawana it shouldn't be her school. Now, it also makes sense too. Remember when we first met Kawana, we got attacked by the Lumong. So like I said, I'm assuming he paid them to do it. But also, when we were doing that, Sawa was waiting for us inside the cafe, and a lady approached her, basically saying, "Fuck off, don't say shit." The lady was probably Mamiya, doing what Kawana told her to do.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Leomon
See?
to step in.
Told you.
But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya.
See?
They hadn't
Told you.
seen each other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? Doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawakun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Just a sec. Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now.
It's probably Mamiya.
That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out. While you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
I wouldn't count on that.
Alright, chases dipshit down.
You won't get away.
Don't you have anything else to do?
See if we catch him now and say the cops arrest him and shit. RK's still involved somehow.
Now look at you.
I don't see him getting caught though.
Leave me alone. Now look at you.
Cool, he barely tapped his ass. Jesus. What?
Hold up.
Leave me alone.
I don't know where he went. Oh, he's still going to the front. He's way the hell up there.
You won't get away.
See, I was supposed to kick that, but I would have missed his ass. He's too far in front of me.
Now look at you.
Stupid.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, see, he's too far ahead.
You won't get away.
Oh, he's still running. Got him.
Where'd he go? Kawana!
Did you already learn your lesson, asshole?
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh?
No.
Is that you, Akahike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time to learn your lesson!
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
You're just gonna get your ass kicked again, dude. Eat fucking bat. Just for fun. And Kawana got away.
Kawana!
Perfect.
Oh no, Kawana!
Really?
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Bamiya-san. Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
He really just should have, like, fucking whacked her in the face with it. You know. Not to hurt her, but to be like, hey, like, really? Like, calm the fuck down. Alright, chapter 10. Catch a tiger, buy its tail. Make it holler, let it go.
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kawana's. Ridden by guilt, Kawana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
That's cool. It actually uses the Kamurocho logo now instead of, like, Yokohama with the cats. This chapter must take place then in Kamurocho.
Hey. What are you doing?
Evidence.
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore?
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days. Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Back to Charles.
Gosh,
Theo.
you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Ahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamurocho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. I'll make them pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make 'em pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Since I'm out, might as well check on how the city's doing. I'll go kill some time somewhere. Alright, so I'm assuming we're gonna have side cases here.
Relax, Yagami.
What do you say?
Relax, Yagami-san. I'll let you know when she...
Alright, cool.
They're gonna pay for what they did to Aniki.
Okay. No quests there. Weird, there is no quest. So I guess we just walk around for a while. Till something pops up. Or... why is there a big squirrel here?
Just drawing.
Oh, this is what the listening one is. Okay. It's a big ass squirrel.
I can hear it. There it is.
Okay, oh, let's just, we'll just run around. Maybe I'll do some squirrels if I find them. It didn't say anything about there being like drone items this time around.
Yagami-san,
I'm sure there is.
Sugiura.
Hey,
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
got it. Then I'll head back soon.
Thanks.
How about we just go back now? Actually, we need some health items. Shit's cheap as hell. Sega Takoyaki. I remember we needed those for a what's it called? A side quest. Was it in Judgment? Or was it in Yakuza 7? I think it was Yakuza 7 actually. I just want to buy food. We have a bunch of health items. I don't know. You know what, this gave me a lot of health. I'll buy a bunch of those. I mean, that should be fine. I mean, I'm just gonna buy all this shit anyways. Why in the hell not? Fucking rich. Dude, you want a lettuce sandwich? Tuna and egg? That sounds fucking disgusting. Egg salad? Good. Tuna? Not a fan. Both of them mixed together? That just seems weird. I wonder if there's a achievement for smoking. Probably not. People would probably complain about it. Why are you making it a reward for smoking? No, get away from me. I don't want to fight you. Shit. Oh, you know what I meant to do? Let's look at the extracts. I don't have... I'm surprised I don't have the stuff to make this shit, because I haven't made any. What was a really good one? Was it this one or was this one? I need pork, tonkatsu, bento. Make Die Hard. If you die, you'll be resurrected with full health at one time. You'll also be less likely to flinch, and your defenses won't be broken as easy. You know what? I'll buy one of those. Alright. You know what I haven't checked in a while either? This guy's gonna fight me. Let me try to get in here real quick. It's my gear. Oops. Attack 3, defense 3. You don't only pick this shit up. You gotta have to buy it. You know what? Shit! I didn't know you were gonna follow me in here, asshole. Yagami, get the fuck up, start falling down the stairs. Oh. He backed off. I don't remember if I've looked at the store here to buy shit. I would assume that this is the store that's gonna have like the best shit. It's like the expensive place. And here I bought all those extra earrings for like no fucking reason apparently too. Have I bought shit from you? Oh, you don't have clothes. How much money do I have? 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's the pawn shop. Let me check. So much shit in the goddamn road. I don't think I need any of this shit, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it. So I have bought from you. Ooh, you know what? I think this one is better. You know what? why not? I don't care about the drone. Wait, I'll buy it anyways, just for the fuck of it.
ありがとうございます。
Okay, so I have multi-thing each one, so these are going to be better. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. You give me defense plus 10. I think I'm gonna keep the defense. Oh shit, a big squirrel. Oh, that's a number one.
This drawing.
Alright. What are you listening to? Maybe it's this, but
I think I'm facing the wrong way.
don't think so. It's a different one. It is this, isn't it? Well, maybe it is this one. Oh, it is.
I can hear it. This drawing.
Alright, so now I need the dog.
Good boy.
Who's a good boy?
Ran all the way here from
There you
Minjincho.
are.
Cross traffic.
Attaboy.
Oh, that was it? Okay. Any more squirrels? Ah. I wonder if there's one in here. There is. No, that's not. It's just other graffiti.
Really? You too, Genda Sensei?
Of course.
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Sauri-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
This lady, man.
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Spill it all, bitch.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ihara's assault was designed to establish a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ihara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijincho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ihara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
So Kuwana
You
filled
mean
up your
Kuwana
ass.
posed as Ahara himself? So this Ahara was actually Kuwana. Huh.
Sensei and Ehara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kuwana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ehara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh.
You can print things in 3D now?
Well,
You
it's
been,
a
bro?
machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become Ehara-san.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kuwana was Ahara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Time to pull back the curtain on this case. Any evidence I'm unsure of, I need to press Mamiya on right now.
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean, yes,
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once Ehara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets off bullies. Ehara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kuwana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
Seems to be going well for them. The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara is a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death. The courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kuwana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Sensei and Ehara-san are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
How about this then?
What's this? A map of the station?
Yeah, the blind spot.
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
We've all been looking into it. So, let's say Ahara murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Ahara had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot. Sound about right?
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
Alright, so that one didn't help. This.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ihara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ihara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ihara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ihara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarment. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers and the trace were from.
Just as expected, she and Ihara fabricated the harassment evidence long before it happened.
What the police found on Ihara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
This chick's still like a bully. Like, she didn't want to do any of this shit.
You're really starting to
get dragged into it.
That's the spirit.
And now she's like, yeah, these guys are fucking idiots. Fuck them. Like, we're smart. We do what we want. What a bitch. I mean, that's all that's really left is the security footage. I mean, this one's simple. Ihara gave the card to fucking Kawana.
Before the incident, Ihara used this card to go through the ticket gate at Ikebukuro, the time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43
Backpack, shut your mouth.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
Fucking useless.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ihara killed Mikoshiba in Ijinsho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's dumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ihara-san beforehand and passed her the key. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ihara-san when they switched places. That way, Ihara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ihara and Kawana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Kanda-sensei?
You need a chick to...
The previous trial resulted in
spit it
Ihara
out.
being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ihara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
And we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Will do.
So, we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
Good job, team. Except you, Backpack.
Yo, Yagami. You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kawana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would. There's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
Nothing directly pointing to Mamiya, anyway. Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugiura is making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
'Cause I miss you, pal.
And why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow. Straight for the jugular, huh?
What an asshole.
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
I know for a fact you'd help me out regardless, so why waste a good bow? Thanks for the drink.
Exactly. Pal.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
Later. It's a little cocky walk. Gonna go with Sari-san to interview Ahara tomorrow. Time to call it a day. Alright. Going to... I guess this one's good enough. The Office. If it doesn't put us to sleep right away, I might try that game we picked up. Barely made it around those guys. Alright, so we did pick up a new Sega game. It was... Ooh, we picked up two. Quartet. It's a two-player game. Alright, so this one was shoot and jump. I could have sworn I hit jump, but okay. Oh, what? Dude, I'm hitting jump. Oh my god. Well, this game was terrible, so fuck that game. These games are fucking hard. Or I'm just stupid. But the controls are really weird. This one doesn't seem that bad. This one we played at the arcade. It's not bad. This game sucks, and this game sucks too. What was the other game we played? Didn't we play another one? Or was it Alex the Kid? I think it was Alex the Kid. No, was it? I don't remember the driving though. No, we started off, we kept sliding off the edges and shit. Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, Woody Pop. Oh, it's like Pong. You know what? I think I've played... I don't know if I've played this game before, but I've played a game I think similar to it. With like the fucking... British dudes. And Queen's Guard. Dude, expert brogues are a fucking beast. Holy shit. This team moves very fast. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? Change your plans. We're not doing hard. I'm average. This thing still moves pretty fucking fast, so the ball just moves slower. But this thing's super sensitive. You know what? If I feel, it moves slower with the directional pad. It moves super fast with the stick. Alright. I'm ashamed of myself. Alright. Fuck. We're done with that. Oh, that was that case. There's only that one case here. That's kind of disappointing. time for Sari-san to meet and interview Ahara. Better take a cab to the Tokyo Detention Center. To Tokyo. To Tokyo Detention. Does it matter what cab I take? Okay. What? That's what I wanted to try doing. We get a trophy for this? Oh shit, there's a squirrel here. I don't even know what smoking does. Just makes us look cool. How long are you gonna smoke for? Okay, I better get going. Maybe that raises... Oh, you know what? I think that increases your EX gauge.
Suspicious. Drawing.
There it is.
Flip it like a cool guy. Alright, let's go to the detention center.